Welcome back to Brent's Hang. I'm Brent Barnett. Now today's episode is all about the rolling rack, the GRSRR. Love these acronyms. Yes, this is a rack on wheels. I mean, how much easier can we make it? Now, you don't have to ask your brother, your sister, your dad, who's way too old to be doing this stuff, help you carry this on stage. You can roll it there by yourself. How awesome is that? It's designed to hold a standard 5-piece kit, which is 2 rack toms, a floor tom, a kick and snare, a couple crashes, a ride cymbal, and some hi-hats. Now, you can roll this stuff up there on your own. You can set it up backstage, roll it right out on stage, play your gig, roll it off, and go home. You don't need anybody else. It's very clean, it's very simple, takes up very little space, and it'll help you out on your gig. Let's have a look. So here's the way it looks out of the box, with the exception of the amazing wrap job that it shows up with. We have 2 20-inch T-legs that have rack casters on the ends instead of the rubber feet. This allows you to maneuver the rack around really easily. There are 2 30-inch straight vertical legs that have rack boom attachments on the end, so you can turn the legs into a cymbal stand if you like. Comes with 2 20-inch straight side wings that you can mount accessories and cymbals to. Now it also comes with 2 boom arms, the SC-3325B-1, that you can mount a ride cymbal and a crash cymbal, or 2 crash cymbals. A 30-inch crossbar, straight crossbar that you can attach your rack toms and other cymbals to. Now the clamps that come with this, 4 multi-clamps with associated hinged memory locks, and 4 right angle clamps. Now here's the bare bones basic rack all set up from the parts that you saw strewn out all over the place. We have 2 30-inch verticals, a 30-inch straight horizontal. We've got 2 20-inch straight side wings. We have 2 20-inch T-legs with rack casters. You see how this moves around just like this? Yeah, imagine it with a drum kit on it and taking it on and off stage from backstage, fast. Now to prevent the rack from moving, just apply the brake. Now we've got 2 boom arms that mount directly into the front legs to make these into cymbal stands, make it more compact. We've got 4 multi-clamps, 2 right here, 2 on the crossbar for your rack toms, 1 on each wing for either a floor tom and another cymbal, or maybe a legless hi-hat stand, and there's plenty of room to expand. Now, let's add some drums to this and see what it looks like. This is the GRSRR package with drums added to it. I've got my 2 rack toms mounted to the crossbar with the multi-clamps, and my floor tom, my 16-inch floor tom, is mounted to the side wing. Now, this is a 14-inch depth, 16-inch diameter drum, which is not that heavy. You need to be a little bit careful about mounting floor toms to side wings because some floor toms are heavier than others and can cause your rack to become unstable. I've got my 2 booms mounting my 2 main crashes right here. So we're still missing 3 key components in order to have a full kit. We have a hi-hat, a snare, and a ride cymbal that's missing. Now, on my left side wing, I've got an open clamp that I can use to mount a legless hi-hat stand, or I can take my 3-leg or 2-leg hi-hat stand and collapse the legs and turn it into a legless hi-hat stand and mount it to the rack, and secures it and is rock solid. Now our snare stand, you can use your own snare stand that you have at home, or if you want it to be legless, you can mount it directly to the rack, and we have add-on accessories that you can do that with. Now for the ride cymbal, all you need is another boom arm and a clamp. Now in order to mount the snare, I use the GSMP, which is a 14-inch length tube with a rack tube end clamp on the end, so I can mount the snare basket directly inside the tube. Now I just mounted the GSMP to the front leg of the rack using a right angle clamp. So now my snare stand is legless, it's mounted to the rack, it's locked into place, and it only moves when I want it to move very easily. So now we have a standard complete 5-piece kit set up on this rolling rack. 2 rack toms, floor tom, kick and snare, 2 crashes, a ride cymbal, and hi-hats. And everything is on the rack, which means it's off the ground. The only thing that's touching the ground, the only things that are touching the ground are the 4 casters the rack is sitting on, the bass drum, and the hi-hat stand. If you want to get real crazy, if you have a bass drum mount on your bass drum, you can attach it to a clamp on the crossbar. So you can actually pull the bass drum up, lock it into place, and transport everything all at once. You don't have to move the bass drum separately. That's just an option, but maybe you like virgins. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching. The rolling rack is a great tool to have in your setup. It's quick, it's clean, it's compact, It rolls on and off stage very quickly and very smoothly, and you don't need anybody else to help you do it. Plus, when was the last time you were able to work underneath the floor tom and tune it like a car? See you next time.